Good evening, everyone. It's a fantastic day that today is our 430th meeting. So I'm really happy the way this particular share every keeps moving forward. And we have got a lot of opportunities to share and exchange our views. So I'm happy, and I should, in fact, thank Coach Ram Babu for giving me this great opportunity to be the host of the day today. Not wasting much time. When I just looked at the flyer today, the topic of the keynote speaker is what's holding you back. I think we are going to have a fantastic session, for which may I invite Coach Ram Babu to introduce the speaker.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I feel immense pleasure to introduce and invite Coach Sandra VALKS as a keynote speaker for the session 430 today. So why I have mentioned like this? See, she is queen of straight talk. And the second thing, she is a cheerleader and DTM Toastmaster. And the fourth title is she is a master of body language. And surprisingly, I want to share with you, and many times I told every one of you, she was the first native speaker from outside India on this platform. I feel really proud to say this. Thank you, Sandra ma'am. And one more, there is a statement in English. When we know why, then how is easy. So why I have been pointing out this statement, she knows why she is here. Then she can definitely make it possible. Then how I can help to share everything. Another saying goes like this. There is opportunities to everyone. There is no one is special for the opportunities. Opportunity is everywhere. But she totally believes when you have a clarity, the clarity brings opportunities. And she has been uncovering, sharing, and roaming from all over the world. She has been inspiring, she has been motivating, and she has been doing many things. And today, being as a keynote speaker, she has come up with beautiful concepts, which is very important to listeners. I would like to invite to explore the concept, what's holding you back. Even after setting a goal, we face many challenges without clarity. So today we are going to learn a clarity for not holding back, for moving forward in our setting goal. So please help me to invite today's keynote speaker, Coach Sandra VALKS. Join your hands, everyone.
It is so great to be back at Share Every. I'm sorry I've been more absent than present, but it's never far from my heart. I'm always following, and I'll get back more. I've been busy. But what is holding you back? What is it? Now, I'm going to ask you while we're talking today, and yes, we are talking, even though I'm the only one making noise. Engage your mind and make sure you're getting into the conversation. What is it that's holding you back? What is it? Now, when Rambabu started, I came up with the topic, and then he said, well, we also like to know a little bit about critical thinking and maybe influencing others. So I thought, well, that's good to know. Even though I'm going to talk about what's holding you back, you're going to find out throughout the talk that the critical thinking and influencing others is all tied in with what it is that holds us back. Absolutely. I'm sure you've often thought about it. Someone else got that promotion. I know I'm just as smart. In fact, I'm smarter. That got robbed. I should have had that promotion. Ever thought of that? I should have been the special guest at that wedding. I should have. How many have had that feeling, even if you didn't want to admit it, that I should have been the one to get that? I'm not stupid. I'm smart. I did that work and they stole my work. How many of us, and how often do we just let our mouth rip away without ever stopping to think what we're doing? Now, all of those things might be true. It might not be fair. Did anybody say the world is fair? Did anybody say the world is fair? And we go around saying, well, that's not fair. I want you to feel in your body when you're talking and thinking those things, or even mouthing off and saying, it's just not fair. I want you to feel that in your body. What is that you're feeling in your body? If it's joy and happiness, you've got a different body than mine. Now, sometimes you say, yeah, well, you go the other way. And how does this feel in your body? Well, I didn't get that because I'm stupid. I didn't get that because I don't have the certificate. I didn't get that because I'm not as pretty as her. I didn't get that because how many have lived with a because? If you don't put your hand up, I'm going to say you're lying. Because we all have lived at some point, maybe not today, but I challenge, even if you're an executive and a big company owner, I bet there's still times just the bar raised and you get that because, or the it's not fair, just at a higher level. But I don't believe that any of this ever goes away. It just gets quieter or the level goes up. So what's holding you back? Think about it. What's holding you back? Well, I would say you can listen to your body and see what's holding you back. And that's what we're going to talk about. I mean, certainly I've got a few decades. I'm old. I'm old. I call it the crone stage now. I love that term. I'm in the crone stage of wisdom. Why? Because I've lived and made all the mistakes. Well, I don't think all of them. I'll be making more mistakes until I cross over. Because if we're not making mistakes, means we're not trying something new. So I'm going to be making mistakes for all the rest of my life. One friend said, but Sandra, it doesn't matter how old you are. People lived 120. You've got another 50 years to live. You've got a career. You've got to get out in the world. And I'm thinking, yes, I had my eye on 105, but 120, but it doesn't matter. I used to worry I'm old. So what am I supposed to do? But it doesn't matter. I don't feel old. My mind isn't old. I mix with people all over the world, all different ages. So there were my excuses. Well, I was just a little girl from the farm. We didn't have much money. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't good enough. I just wasn't worthwhile. I didn't deserve that. And I was too small because I was the baby of the family. So everything I wanted to do, no, you're too small. You're too little. And you know what? I took that into my little child mind way back there, 3 and 4 and 5 years old. And I kept myself small for decades. Whose fault was that? Whose fault was that? Can I go and blame somebody? No, really, I was too small to go and chase the cows. I was too small to get on the hay wagon and go for the day. I was too small for some things. And so my parents were doing what they knew. I was too small. Me. I went, And because I was the baby of the family and the people pleaser, and I've got to do as I'm told, and I had all that stuff, I'm too small, I'm too small, I'm too small. And I became too small for decades and decades and decades. Now, finally, in these last 3 decades, I started pushing the envelope and pushing the box and saying, I'm going to be Sandra. But making that decision is really hard. Making that commitment is really hard. But it is so worth it. Whenever you're thinking, what's holding you back? Same thing that held Sandra back. Same stuff. Same stuff is no different. We're all held back by what's in here and what we decided as little children. We can't go around blaming mom because I was too little. That would be stupid. But I lived that way. That's on me because I didn't go back earlier and start to peel back and uncover and uncover and uncover who is inside in Sandra. Who's holding Sandra back? Mostly it's Sandra. And I've had an amazing life, but it's going to be even more amazing. I haven't had my most amazing life yet because it's yet to come, because I'm going to be pushing through some more. Who knows? Maybe I'll get to India in life and be paid to speak there. Maybe they'll pay my fare over for me to come and speak and do training. Who knows? That would be my dream. That would be my dream. So maybe that happens. I would love to go all over the world speaking and changing mindsets and have abundance out of it. I'm too old to keep traveling economy and not do it out of my pocket. I need to go business class now, relax this body on those long trips. So I'm certainly not too young anymore. And I'm not too little anymore. I've got some pounds to lose. And so my excuses are the same as your excuses. Not enough time, not enough money. I have to keep this job. I have to be safe. I have to watch what the others are going to say about it. What's holding Sandra back? Sandra. What's holding you back? You. As soon as we get clear with that and take responsibility for ourselves, then the world opens up. And I know that for a fact, because I've been all over the world in the last 20 years. I never would have thought I would ever, the little farm girl and the little wife that did as she was told. I never would have dreamed. Although when I was little, when I was young and we were teenagers, we had a band and I was singing in the band, and I loved to sing far away places with strange sounding names, far away over the sea. Those far away places with the strange sounding names are calling. They're calling to me. They're saying, come, come, come. So, of course, thank goodness my personality is curious. And I nurse that and I nurture that curiosity. Because I would rather be curious about what else I'm going to laugh about and who I'm going to meet and have fun with. So I can play. I want to sing and dance. That's who I want to meet. That's who I want to be. So therefore, I decided that's who I be. Now, there's still lots to peel back to get the last of my confidence to know that some corporation, some government in India or Timbuktu or somewhere in Africa is going to say, Sandra, come and spend a month or two here and train. Here's your ticket. Here's your accommodation. And here's some cash for your time. That's my dream. Why not? Because I can do it. I am that cheerleader. I am that clarity princess. Well, queen. I'm old. Let me see where I am. Oh, I go to prison too. So now I've been going to prison for like 17 years. And I asked the guys, what's holding you back? And they say, lady, Did you not see all that wire and fences and cells when you came in? Lady, stop it. We're in here. We can't do anything. What can we do? And I said, oh, you still have your mind? You still eat? Well, yeah. Then you can think and you can plan. Yeah, well, I'll do that when I get out. Well, why not do it now? You might not get out. You might be dead before you get out. I might be dead driving home today. How many lives do you think you've got? Oh, you're just like me. You've only got one life, at least at this moment. I don't know about past lives and next lives yet. Who knows? We'll figure it out someday. But right now, you've got one life and it's here. And if you're dead tomorrow, how would you like to live today? Oh. And the ones that take time, even in prison, learn how to live outside even though they're in prison. And they learn how to behave in meetings on the outside. They learn the power of their own words and their own behaviors. So when they go to the parole board, they have a chance to be a changed man, because it's all men in that prison. But you know, before we go jumping on the poor old prisoners and say, yeah, well, you did this, so you deserve to be there. You did that. I think before we start judging what they did, because what they did maybe took 10 seconds, maybe it took a minute, maybe it took 10 minutes, and life was changed forever. Drunk drivers. Kill people, off to prison. Oh, well, I didn't know what I was doing. I was drinking. You're responsible for your drinking. You're responsible. And once you understand you're responsible, now you can start to make a change. Once you know that you're holding yourself back, you can make a change. You can make a choice. So we want to judge those guys in prison. We don't even know them. It could be you and it could be me. Or a mother or a father, or a brother, a sister, a child. That would have to be the most heartbreaking, that your child would be in prison and I would be there to visit. So before we go judging them, think about what prison means. Prison, they've got walls around them, so they know they're in prison in this reality. We're out here with no walls and fences and razor wire and prisoners or guards. We have the prison in our bloody mind. We are in our own prison of when I get some money, when I get some time, when the debt is paid off, when the children are raised, when, then I'll stop it. Stop it now. You're holding yourself back. You can take steps. You can do it. Our other prison is if. Well, if I had more money, if you would just get here and help me, if you would do this, and if, and, and we can point out, I mean, goodness, we've got 10 fingers we could point out. If those 10 people would just do it for me and give me the money, and that sounds kind of like welfare when people don't know where to go with it. But what have we done? We've tied them down in welfare. We put them in their own prison all over again. Well, yeah, you can have this little bit of money for free, but if you make this other money, we're going to take half of that back. Like, you can't get out of that prison unless you're really, really, really bold. You have to be bold and you have to push through. This requires critical thinking. How are you going to do it? You, how are you going to? I can help. I am the compassionate queen of straight talk. I can help and get you come through the conversation and the questions and get that clarity. I can help, but you have to do it. You can do it. You can make those choices. So the critical thinking has to start at home. When we know how to do our critical thinking in our own head, Then we can move that out and do it at Share Every. And then we can move it out and do it in our family. And we can move it out and do it in our work. Critical thinking, you don't need to go and take courses on critical thinking. You need to make choices and control your own mind. Influencing others, just try being ugly. Try picking a fight. Now, others weren't even in the room to have a fight, but you go in there ugly, angry, and shouting, and pretty soon everybody's going to join you. Why? Because you bring your cheerleading energy in there. I'm pissed off, and here's what's going to happen. And pretty soon you've dragged everybody down with you. Or you could say, I got that job promotion, I'm in. Right? And you'll raise the energy, except for there's going to be some of us that are going to say, but that was supposed to be my job. I can't be happy for you. I'm going to stay down here in the dark. Yeah, there's a way to shift that. There's a way to shift that. And that is the magic that we want to look at. So the third point, we've done the critical thinking and the influencing others very quickly. But this third point is what I've been talking about. What's holding you back? You are not mentally fit. It's Mariana. I was just at her fasting class and talking about exercise. I am not physically fit, but I'm pretty good on the mental fitness. And what happens is I hear those voices, Sandra, you're too little, too small. Yeah, well, that was when I was a child and it was true then, but today it's not true. Today, I love the stage. I love people. I love being all over the world, whether it's in Zoom or for real. I love it. That's me today. Yeah, I was too little. I'm not too little today. So that is mental fitness. Is saying, yeah, you're talking at me, but you just go back down. Yeah, little voices just go back down, because today I'm the woman. Today I'm the crone. Today I am worthy of speaking anywhere in the world and going and helping people open their minds. That's today. So that was the wise part. So we have the word, the two sides of our brain, the one side, and everybody's got it, the judge. We judge ourselves. We judge. There's three places we judge. That makes it nice and simple. Three things. So you can always look for three. We judge first ourselves. How could you be so stupid? Why did you say that? What happened? What was that about? The next we point out, well, it was your fault. You got the job, or your fault, or your fault, or your fault. Way over there, your fault. Or the third thing we can blame is the situation and the circumstances. Now, there's one job and 10 applicants. Is it everybody else's fault that you didn't get the job? Give it a break. Give it a break. Only one person's going to get there. Like, that's the reality. Stop it. So we start to control these judges in our mind that are over here. Start to control them because they're important. It's important that the judge is there. The judge might say, you're in danger. You know, you might be out in the streets in the dark and the hair on the back of your neck goes up there. Something's wrong. You better be happy that that judge is there saying, you better get your eyes open, pay attention to what's going on. You better get yourself safe. You better run. That's good. But when the judge gets this big, whoop, where am I here? When the judge gets this big and takes over, that puts me this big. Then I'm small again. The wise crone, the woman, the adult is going to say, no. We're okay. That was a false alarm. It was just an old memory when I thought the boogeyman was under the bed. It was just me. No, thank you. Thank you for your help. But I'm here. So we thank the self-sabotage alert, the judge, and we move to the wise, sage adult. That's what you do. That is mental fitness. If you want to think of it another way, as soon as you're, when you were little, how many here didn't know and put your fingers on the hot plate, on the hot stove? Everybody managed to burn their fingers a little bit or aim for it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. You know what? If we get that image in our mind of having our hand touch that hot stove and how quickly we came back, that's how you can judge your mental fitness. Yada, 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 yada. Hand on hot stove, get it off, stop. Whoop. You want to come back here. No, I'm okay. Look. Oh, I think I burned my fingers a little bit. Well, figure out what we want to do. That's the smart, wise part of us. So our job within mental fitness is to recognize, oh, there's some voices going on. No, back to center. And then why was that? Why did that circumstance happen? What are the gifts? What am I learning? What have I got as a gift? How can I change that into a gift? Now we're going to be into the wise side of our brain. So mental fitness is recognizing the brain is split in two, one of judges and self-sabotage, and on the other side is the sage. And when we have mental fitness, we at least get back to center. And from center, we can move into our wisdom and choose how to change that circumstance so that we're not feeling that negative crap. We may not be in joy, but we're not going to be negative. At least we're back to center. And once we're back to center, we can take some time. Mariana would say, breathe 4 times, maybe 10, count to 10, look around and see 5 different colors. Look around and touch 5 different things. Something to bring you back to no, I'm okay. I'm really safe right here where I am. I'm okay. So that is the mental fitness. So critical thinking, influencing others, starts with influencing yourself and applying your own critical thinking. And then choosing to take your hand off that hot stove. Take it off. And ouch, okay, as soon as it's negative, how fast can you get back to the center? And from there, look for the gifts and the winnings. I'm going to suggest that in the time that I have known Cher Every, critical thinking, do some active listening and really give a good evaluation. There's your critical thinking. Influencing others, come with your best show. Come with your best. That's going to influence others. Don't be a complainer. You might see something you'd like to see fixed, but don't be a complainer. Say, this doesn't seem right. What do you think? Can that be changed? So when we look at things, we say, okay, what's working? Let's keep that. What's not working? Let's stop that. What new steps could we use? Let's start that. Those are nice. Everything's in 3 today. That's what we do when we want to change and influence our circumstances. So I want you to discover what's holding you back and what are the remedies? What are the ways you can get some help? I would suggest keep coming to Cher Every because they're running it now like a Toastmaster meeting, which is like a board meeting, which is like any well-run meeting. You're coming with speakers. You're coming with opportunities to take on roles. And there's so much more behind the scenes, like this is going concern. I don't know how many days a week you are now, Rambabu, but 4 or 5 days a week, this thing is rolling through and teaching and regulating. Might even be 7, but he'll tell me about that in a second. So Toastmasters is the one way, Cher Every is the other way. And I'm just going to mention here, are you wondering where you can practice? Be here. Be here and Cher Every. Join Toastmasters. They're all over the world. You can do any of that. Critical thinking through effective evaluation. Take all of this and apply it at home. Apply it with your loved ones. Apply it at your work. Apply it in your community. And you will see how you have gone from critical thinking, effective listening, caring from the heart, and taking it out into your own community. Learn about yourself. Keep peeling back. Learn about yourself and your habits. Learn. Choose which ones of those habits and those activities and rituals are serving you. and which ones are holding you down. That's all. Choices. Choices. And more choices. Choose to take action. And that action is to look inside, hear those voices and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to come back to neutral and I'm going to find a better way. That's going to do it. Now you've got your critical thinking, you're influencing others, and you've got mental fitness. In the words of Maya Angelou, amazing woman, she says, quote, I've learned that people will forget what you said. You're going to forget what I said. You can't remember it all. And people will forget what you did. Yeah, you're going to forget me too. But I hope that you'll never forget how it felt to be in this kind of a conversation. So Maya Angelou said, I've learned that people will forget what you said. They will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. How you made them feel. So if you want to influence your others, influence yourself, then reach out, influence others, and then influence the situation and the circumstances around you. Simply think, take action, and move. Now, I want to ask you, what's holding you back? What is holding you back? Thank you.
So, Sandra, it was a wonderful talk. What's holding you back? I really liked the quote that you ended with by Maya Angelou. I mean, when she said, people might forget what you said, people might forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. It's a long time since I heard a talk of this sort. You were particularly concentrating on critical thinking, influencing others, and how to be mentally fit. And you also came out with your own personal childhood days, how you were and how you managed to come up. And then I like the remedies that you came out at the end. So, and you said share every is one of the best remedies if you want to come out. So I'm sure. So even though like you, so it's long time since I came to share every. So even though I'm not a regular visitor, I feel after listening to your talk, I thought I should definitely continue and attend every sessions that share every context. So thank you so much. It was a wonderful thing that we could learn a lot from you. So now may I invite Coach Neelu for taking us or sharing her review. Thank you.
My love to everybody. Thank you, Sandra, for wonderful talk. Really, it was very nice. And it's very current topic for all the ages, that what is holding us back for all the ages. So that was something very great. So I would like to start with this. We will either find a way or we have to make a way. That is our wish, isn't it?
That's right.
Now, yeah, first of all, your starting was very great. You asked the question that what is holding us back? And you gave the reason. It can be, sometimes we say we are stupid or small, as you say. But no, everybody has got own reason to hold. But I feel we all have got talents and courage. But we have to we need guidance also. And sometimes if you don't know the path, we can ask others also. So we are not in that category that we cannot do. So first of all, that point was very great, that we have to shine ourselves and we have to take the responsibility of ourselves. And this, your small, beautiful song was cherry on the cake. Really, the way you sing and all that, it was very meaningful and very nice song. I really liked it very much. I think. And we should always, at the tips you give, that we have to judge ourselves, that why we are going back, I think. And then, and according to me also, that self-talk, what you said, that is very important. Because if you're asking ourselves why we are going back, what is holding us, that will take us to progress, I mean. So self-talk, what you said, that is very important. And then judge yourself. And the best thing I learned from you, that don't blame others. Don't say because of so-and-so reason, I couldn't go further. Because of so-and-so person, my progress was less. No, we all are to be blamed for ourselves. So don't blame others. That is the great point I learned from you. that we should come forward and we see where we are going wrong, where we are, the ways are. And so that was also very good. And I feel we are all are responsible. And that is also one thing that we should remember, that there's only one life. We have got only one life, isn't it? So let's progress. Let's see how we can go forward. That is also one thing I liked it very much about this. The last thing you say, we will never forget that how we felt. I'm sure we all felt great in your speech. We really liked it. We really felt very, very nice. I mean, your words, your personal story, your personal experience was really great. I mean, so this also was very nice. I mean, and whenever we feel down or we don't know which way to follow, then we should, I feel personally, we should listen to our inner voice also, because we know in which direction we are going. So that was also very good. Beautiful quotation of Martin Luther. He's saying that if you cannot fly, then run. But if you cannot run, then walk. But if you cannot walk, then crawl. But even if you cannot do anything, but keep on moving at least. You can take small baby steps also, but keep on moving. I mean, we all cannot run at the same speed. We cannot all can walk at the same speed. But whatever speed also, whatever in the end, but we should keep on moving. We should keep on taking the guidance from others. So on the whole, your speech, your talk was very inspiring. We have learned a lot from you. And I am sure after listening to this speech, nobody is going to hold themselves back. We have to be strong. We have to learn from each other. And this is the family we all can learn from each other. So at least keep moving under the guidance of everybody. That is my strong message. And your takeaway message is we cannot hold back. No, we have to keep on progressing. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was wonderful review. And then I liked the quote by Martin Luther King. So thank you so much for bringing out that particular quote too.